It was just so silly.
Did you ever do like pranks, like toilet paper someone's house? Did y'all do stuff like that? Have you guys ever done that?
I think the younger sort of the people in the year below me, like 2 years below me, would like we're into something called egging, like throwing.
Oh
eggs.
my god, I was literally about to say that. I was like,
Um,
we egged some houses.
Really?
Yeah.
Whose house? Did you know? Did you know them?
Did I? Yeah, we
did.
targeted some people's houses. So I had a group of friends, and it was Halloween time.
Yeah.
And we bought some eggs, and there was this one girl that we didn't like, and we literally went and egged her house.
Oh my god!
How
Did
old
they
were
ever
you?
find out it was you, or like have suspicion?
No.
Never talked about it.
I mean, I didn't even live in the neighborhood, so no, we just left.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
quite mean, but at the time you don't give a fuck because you're
Yeah.
a child. I was like, I don't know, 13.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't give a shit. It was funny. Like, who can actually like get it to it? Because you know you had to get close enough to actually be able to hit.
We used
the
to
house.
toilet paper people's houses.
Yeah, I saw that in the movies, but
TPing, they called it.
TPing. You TP my house,
Yeah,
man?
TP.
No.
what a waste
Yeah.
of toilet paper.
No, it's so funny.
Also, what a waste of eggs as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's all a waste when you're a kid. You don't think about that.
Yeah.
But like, it was like a thing. Like I remember this one time, this girl, like one of my girlfriends, didn't like this other girl because something had happened. I couldn't remember. I wasn't like close involved. I was just involved, if that makes sense. And they decided, like, it was like, I mean, I think it was like 5 of us had trucks, and we all jumped in each other's car, and we drove to her house, and she lived in this like really nice neighborhood, but it wasn't like, it had like massive yards, and everyone had like huge yards, and they would decorate it and stuff.
Oh, I want to live in a house like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And so we decided that we would go and drive around the neighborhood and like put these like things from people's lawns into like the trucks and drive it onto her lawn and put loads of them, but some of them were heavy. Like we were like moving whole statues and everything.
That's so much effort.
It was so much effort. We were like, how long can we do this? Like, how much stuff can we get on here? Because she's not waking up. Like, because we were doing it for ages.
Oh my
and the
God.
whole lawn was filled. It was getting really satisfying. Like, do you know, no neighbors were waking up. We were being really quiet. And then
Imagine waking up and being like, am I in a parallel
and then
universe?
loads of stuff were out in your lawn. Like, imagine like waking up and seeing all of that. And then basically all the neighbors woke up and their stuff was gone. And then it was in the paper that someone had done this because it was like actually like a huge effort. And then they
That's
just
crazy.
all...
Did you keep the paper?
No, I didn't.
I wish you did.
I wish I would have. I'm gonna like Google it now.
That's so funny.
And then yeah. And then the neighborhood, like, people just drove up to their houses and just, like, collected their stuff and left. Because they all knew it was there. Like, yeah, it was really funny.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so silly.
It's like...
so American.
But if you've got the time when you're a child, so you
Yeah.
just do stupid shit. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of
Totally.
stupid things I've done.
Yeah, I didn't organize it. I just participated.
Yeah. It was fun.
It wasn't my cool idea. Whoever's idea that was a pretty cool idea. It was in the paper.
Yeah, I wasn't really,
Imagine,
to be fair,
yeah.
when I think about it, I wasn't really too involved.
Yeah.
Really. I think it's like, the way I see it is, if you're... Imagine you're so desperate for a stimulus and you're not getting it as you're meant to in school, you look for stimulus elsewhere. So I guess that's why maybe I wasn't as engaged with that sort of thing.
That's so true.
Do you know, you'd like find the stimulus
that,
elsewhere.
Like, yeah.
But if you're doing school, but then you're trying to do it for yourself after, you run out of time, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. It's like I did feel bored in school. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, no joke, that year that I missed, like, all that school year, like, all my teachers, like, loved me, and they kind of, like, knew, like, me and my, like home life and stuff. And they basically were just, like, super nice and, like, would just let me take home all the homework, and I would do it all with my books. And then I just did my shit at home and just turned it in. And then I was, like, I could take all the tests.
That's very good discipline.
I just didn't want to do it in school. Like, do you know what I mean? And then when they said, like, I had to go to, like, before and after school club, I was like, fuck it. Like, at least It's not like no one's telling me what to do. I'm just sitting in a room and I got to like draw and doodle and write notes and shit like that.
So how did you learn how to learn? Do you get what I mean? It's kind of like...
I just learned to memorize. Like, I just memorized shit. Like, I was just good at memorizing shit.
Did you have, like, anyone supporting you with education at home?
Yeah. When I was younger, like, I had, like, a spelling issue. Like, I don't know. Basically, I really, really struggled with spelling. Like, I just couldn't get it. Like, and I get kind of, like, nervous about, like, writing things. And I always, like, second-guess myself. But, yeah. And my mom, I think they called my mom and like it was like, this is a problem kind of thing. And she sat me down like every day after school and like we did spelling like every day. Like, yeah, she made me do like extra spelling work. And I just hated it so much because I wanted to go and play and my mom was really scary. And and I was like, this is not what I need to be doing after school. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then basically I just learned to memorize because I was like, I just wanted to be done with it. So I was like, I just like took a picture of it in my brain. And like I do feel like I've got like a very photographic like memory because I could look at a study guide like written, typed or whatever, and I would just memorize it right before I would go in the test, and then I would just forget it straight away. Like I wouldn't like unless I was interested. So I was like, that's what they want me to do, that's what I'll do. I don't want to learn this shit.
Don't you think school is literally about how much can you memorize, how much can you remember, and then and that's it. It's all about passing the test. It's never about actually caring about the subject.
Yeah.
It's always about, okay, this is what's going to be in the exam. This is what you have to know. And that always put me off. I was never really interested. So yeah, basically, I just feel like the education system is kind of sad, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. I think everybody should know the fundamentals of things. I think that's important. Like knowing maths, how to spell, how to, you know, some languages, like the basics of things. But I don't think the only focus should be how can you pass the exam. Because also when you're, say for example, like you actually know all of the information for the exam, but you don't know how to answer the question the way that they want you to answer the question, you fail. Yeah. So how is that fair?
No, it's not.
And what about the other stuff? What about like teaching or coaching empathy or validation, skills. Empowerment, acceptance?
Parenting skills.
You're told it. I remember being told it, but you have kids fighting all the time, nothing. You fight all you want, no bother. Detention maybe, but you don't pass your exams, you're messed up. Like there's no uni, there's no, what are you gonna do? We can do all this ridiculous stupid stuff. And that's again that almost subconscious feeling of, if I conform to this, I'm going to be everything I'm so desperately trying not to be without even realizing it.
That's true.
And that's something that's, I think, so like deeply missed.
In a way, you're like viewed as almost like an outcast.
Exactly.
If you drop out of school and stuff. Because I dropped out of school.
Yeah.
Because like I changed schools because I had to. Because I was moving. I wasn't living with my mom anymore. And the school was just different. The teachers didn't let me get away with shit. And I was like, well, then this isn't fun. This, like, the teachers aren't nice. Like, do you know what I mean? Like at the other school. And then I realized that you could take a test to like basically test out of high school if you're smart enough. So I took classes for a month and I tested out.
Damn, that's so cool.
And then I started like college a year before everyone. But I had to work as well, that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow. Well,
but like fuck that. Like
I had more of a problem for being a bit like not as, I don't know, smart as everyone else, or I don't know, I was always told I was stupid. Like you seem like you got on with it. Like I couldn't get on with it. For me,
I like that's what I was saying is I actually like school. Like I like the learning part. Like that was my favorite part because but I just didn't like having to attend with a bunch of other people like all the time. It was just like overwhelming. Like seeing people like I don't know. It was just like socially overwhelming. which I was like friendly enough, but it was just like really draining. Like I just couldn't go all the time.
I agree.
Yeah.
For me as well. Like
Yeah.
I prefer one-on-one time with people. I find it quite hard to be in like big groups of people and constantly be like, yeah, because that's what my school friends were like. They always like to be, you know, hanging out together, and I always tried to be with people that wanted to hang out by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And then by the last year of school, I literally, that's when I started skipping a lot. But I don't know, I had the grades that I needed to like get to uni. So
it was like, no, I don't have to go.
I still needed to get maths. So I basically, I had a year where I had to do maths to try basic maths. Like I literally couldn't fucking pass that. But my uni was like, you have to have it for your course, because I had to do finance and events management.
Yeah.
And like economics, which was fucking hard.
Yeah.
I
mean, like high school's like hard enough. Like at least like I actually liked the learning part. Do you know what I mean? Like it must have been so fucking shit for you guys like to like not even enjoy that aspect.
No,
plus
I hated
plus
it.
high school as well, because high school's just like sometimes always shit. Like do you know what I mean? There's always going to be a period of school that's shit. But yeah.
And it's
so sad.
all,